Hello, hello. I want to share something with you that has been super successful for one of my coaching clients. And whenever I see something being successful, you know I want to share it with you. So what I want to share today is I have a client who was struggling. She would pre-plan her dinners. She would eat her dinners, but then what she would find is she was never satisfied. So she was going back and getting a little bit more, and kind of like grazing on several more portions. And it was messing up her calories. It was messing up the flow of what she was trying to do in the day. And so one day she had this little breakthrough thought. She thought, what if I actually plated myself the amount of food that looked appealing to me, like as opposed to saying, okay, I only get a half a cup of pasta, like actually putting a cup and a half of pasta on my plate instead, if that's what looked appealing to me. And I actually plated more food on my plate initially. So like what she was doing is she was, okay, this is what I can afford for dinner, calculating it out, putting it in there. And then she would find she kept overeating, right? She kept going back for more and more and more. So what she said is, what if I did the reverse? I love it when people do that. Did you ever guys notice how I always say, if what you're doing isn't working, try something different? She did this. So then she said, okay, I feel like when I see these little sad portions, mentally she wasn't satisfied. And when you're not mentally satisfied, you're kind of already looking for something else, right? So then what she would do is she would eat the little bit of dinner. Her family was still eating. So she would go back to the kitchen, get a little bit more. And it was creating a situation where she just couldn't hit her calorie goal. When she did it differently, she said, okay, I started plating a more substantial portion at night. She noticed mentally she was already satisfied. She was happy to see her plate. She felt good. She would eat it. It would take her a little bit longer. And she wasn't going back for seconds or thirds or any of that kind of stuff. So I just want to share that idea because often I think we forget. We kind of eat with our eyes first. So if you're looking at your plate and you're like, this is all I get, huh? Oh, these sad little portions. If you're in that boat and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, I already know this isn't going to cut it. What would it look like to actually create a nice, appealing plate that felt mentally satisfying to you? And that way, especially if you're somebody who struggles with going for seconds and thirds and such, I kind of do that. I eat more volume foods. So whenever I see my plate, it's always full. And because it's full, mentally I'm satisfied. Now, for me, a lot of that's vegetables at this point, but it doesn't matter. To me, a full plate makes me happy, right? So I just want to share this tip because I think sometimes we get so caught up in the calories, the points, the whatever, that we might shortchange the portions. And this does not apply to you if you're somebody who can eat one plate of dinner food and you're fine. I'm talking more to the person who finds themselves going back for more and more food after they've eaten their initial portion, or kind of grazing as they're cleaning up. You may not be mentally satisfied with what you ate, and or physically satisfied. So just want to kind of throw that idea your way because I know a lot of times we get mired down in the numbers that we forget this part of it. But her just making this shift has helped her lose quite a bit of weight in the last couple of months because that nighttime overeating isn't happening. Yes, she might be spending a little bit more calories on dinner and having a little bit more at that particular meal, but better for her to do that, be honest with herself, make it a satisfying experience to where she's not going back over and over and over again. So just an idea of something to play with if that feels like a struggle for you in the evenings. You look at your dinner compared to everybody else's and you don't feel satisfied. What can you do to add more to where that plate in of itself might be enough? All right, guys, you have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Share these videos to help others, and I will talk to you soon.